generating number sequence, we are still seeing more about that. So we are having this activity. It's going to be like a game, by the way. In groups of 4, find numbers noted by the machine below. This is telling you that a number is pushed through this machine, then there's an operation here, and then it pushes that number out. So it's going to be a different number. So now we are going to try out this. Even here they push 6 in, they make an operation, then they push that number out. They push negative, then they push this one out. So you're going to do that in groups of 4. Then here, if n is this, find the sequence generated. Now they are giving you the values of n, then they want you to get the sequence generated. Then here, in groups of 6, find terms. Now here they want terms of the sequence. There's a difference between finding the sequence and finding the terms of the sequence. Here they want you to get the terms of the sequence. Then here, in your groups, find the general rule used by the following tabs to produce the numbers for n equal to 1 through p, q, and r. So can we group ourselves and then we start off? I'm going to sample. For you have been that group always. Now you go the other group. You go the other group. Yeah, I don't want people to be in the same groups always. So you change. Okay, can we start? We are having 15 minutes for that. So can we start? Okay, so these are the ones I'm going to use. I'm going to use group C. Yeah, then you can extend the rest. You can extend. I have group C. I also have group I have group D. So let me see the one to start with. I have group F. Let me start with the group 2 and group 5. So group 5, they are handling, okay, let me start with the group 2. Group 2, they are handling number 1, 2, and so as you can see, this is what they are having, this is what they have been able to present. I think we can all see. So this is what they are presenting. So there, you see what they are telling us here, what they are doing. Group 2. Okay, group 2, they see that when we put these 3, they make an operation. This means what? It means they add a 2 on the number, they push through, and then they push it out. So for them, what they did this as 3, now plus 2, and the number which got out was a 5. So this is group 2. Group 2. Okay, so then here they said now the number we are pushing is 6. What happens? They multiply with 3. So now we have 6 times 3, and this will give us 18. Okay. Then here they got this. Let me use the next group. Here for them they have negative 1 minus 4, and then they got negative 5. Okay. Now let me use group 5. So here is what we have in group 5. So group 5, this is how they presented their writings here. So they said n is equal to 1, 2, 3, find the sequence. Now to find the sequence, we first get the terms. So they say, it says group 5. Group 5. What they did, they said when n is 1, they substitute 1 there. Remember, this they are telling us that the proportion is on n they add 3. Remember, we have n plus 3. So they add 1 and then they got 4. So when n is 2, 2 plus 3, they have a 5. Then when n is 3, they have 3 plus 3, which is 6. And so here they came and they wrote their sequence like this. So the sequence was, we pick now, these are what we call the terms of the sequence. So if you combine them, then you get what we call a sequence. So 4, 5, 6. That's that. So can you clap for them? Okay, so here I expected the group was supposed to get 4 out of 4 if they got all. So this was group 5. Let me move to group D. So I have group D. Group D. So for them they say they have gates. So in groups of 6, find the terms of the sequence. So here they want us to get the terms of the sequence. So the machine through the gates A, B, and C. So this is gate A, B, and C. So start our N was 1, 2, 3. It was pushed. Then it can go through here, it can go through here, or it can go through there. So they started with gate A. Gate A. So in gate A, remember what is on gate A? This is 2N. So what they did, what is the first figure they put is 1. When N is 1, comma, they got 2 times 1, which gave them a 2. When N is 2, they got 2 times 2, which gave them a 4. When N is 3, they got 2 times 3, which gave them a 6. So this was that. So then they came to gate B. Gate B. Gate B was having N squared. So our first N, when N is 1, we have 1 squared, which is 1. I think we can ABC. So when N is 2, we have 2 squared, which is 4. When N is 3, we have 3 squared, which is 9. So that's how they were able to get this. So then from there, we come to group 2. I didn't see group 2. This one we finished. So here we want us just to get the terms. They want us to get the terms of the sequence, not the sequence. If they want to get a sequence, now we write these terms as a sequence. But now they want to just get terms, so you end here. That's how you get to those terms. So this is group F. Group F, I think, is what they generated there. So group F. Our group F. So they go to get C. Get C. Get C, we had 3n minus 1. So when n is 1, they put 1 here, and they got 3 times 1 minus 1, which gave them a 2. When n is 2, they have 3 times 2 minus 1 equaling 2. 5. We use body mass. Body mass says we first multiply, then we subtract. Okay, when n is 3, they got 3 times 3 minus 1, which gave them 8. So those were the terms of the sequence there. So that's how we are supposed to handle that. So you give 3 marks here, 3 out of 3, 3 out of 3, then also here 3 out of 3. So then we go to group C. So group C, they handled this activity, and this is how they presented their work. Okay. So they are saying in your groups, find the general rule used by the following terms to produce numbers for n equal to 1, 2, 3 through P, Q, and the R. So these were the terms. So now here, you know here they are giving us what we are going to use. I think you can see. I think you can see. But now, they were not giving us this. Now, they are giving us this and this. They want us to get what happened there. So now they want us to get what happened here. After this number coming into that. Even here, even here. Okay. So they said get P. Get P. get P, we have 2, 3, 4. So they say, hope you can see. So they say here we add 1. Here we also add 1. But remember our n, this was our n. So they are saying if n was equaling to 1, 2, 3, so they saw that the general rule, they said here general rule was, you see, they said n plus 1. So you see, if this n is 1, this is what we get. And when you add 1 on this, you get 2. When you add 1 on this, you get 3. When you add 1 on this, you get 4. So it means that we are getting n plus 1. So this is supposed to be now n plus 1. It's then get q. This is not tap. This was supposed to be tap. So we have tap q, not get. This where taps. Tap, we are in taps, not gets. So here we have tap P. So here we have tap Q. So on tap Q, you see we have 4, 8, 12. So what do you think they did? So this is what they were able to generate. So they are saying here they added the 4. Then here they added the 4. So if n was equal to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 equaling to 3. So the general would be, so look at this now. So for them, they are saying that we are adding the 4. So we saw it, for them they are saying their general is n plus 4. So they are saying when we get this n and we add the 4, we get the 4. Really? I think, do you think when we get this n and we add the 4, we get this? Okay. So that's what they're saying. But I think they are basing on this now. This is not true. So there, you start here, we are just creating multiples of n. So instead we are adding for 4. So the general we use the here. Still when we get n, what happens to n and we get this as the first? What happens to 2 and we get this? What happens to 3 and we get this? So this is the value of n. So the general where the expected was supposed to be. These ones are showing you what? Multiples of 4. Multiples of 4. So this was supposed to be, yes, 4n. This is what I expected there. So this was the general rule. As you can see, we are adding, but you see that we base on this n, then we compare. You see, to get, if you have 1, how do you get a 4? Someone can say you add 3, but if you have 2 and you add 3, you can't get 8. So the rule should be uniform throughout. So when it comes to tap R, we had 1, 4, 9, 16, and so on. Here, what was the general rule? They never did this one, but it was the easiest. The general rule. What do you think they are doing? These are the values of n. What do you think they are doing to them? This is 1, here I have 1. This is 2, we have 4. This is 3, we have 9. Yes, they are squaring n. The general rule is n squared. So that's what I expected. Members, yeah, this was from group C. Group C. Okay, so that's what I expected from them. Anyway, that's it. Now you can extend the papers, you give back to the owners of the groups, and then they do corrections. Then after, You try out exercise on page 94, then you bring your books with that exercise, then you form these notes for this, and then your correction is there. Okay, so see you there.